ever wondered if there's a youth group game so gross that it guarantees someone will be sick playing it? By the end of this video, you will have a bunch of gross games that are guaranteed to provide a lot of fun for your youth group, your friends, or even your family, and some that you may be too scared to try. Watch until the end for the ultimate gross game guaranteed to make someone throw up. So at number 10 is Banana Belch. And this is really simple. You eat a banana, and as you eat the banana, you also drink a can of Coke as fast as you can. And basically, everyone's going to burp and belch and just let rip. And the loudest or noisiest or grossest like belch will win. It's not that messy and there's zero chance of sick, but it's pretty gross. Helping Hands is a pairs game. One person sits on a chair with a delicious yogurt or pudding right in front of them and their hands behind their back. And the other player has to reach around or up through their arms and feed them from behind. And the pair that wins is the one that finishes the pudding first. Again, it's pretty gross. It's not going to make anyone sick, but you can make it more difficult and more messy by using a bigger spoon or blindfolding people. What's it on your face? You get some shaving foam. You've got some players out there. Each player covers their face in shaving foam, and then they've got a bowl, and the bowl is full of like cheese puffs, cheesy crisps, and then they just have to dunk their face in the bowl, and whoever's got most crisps after like 30 seconds is the winner of that game. Not going to make anyone sick unless they hate the smell of what's-its and shaving foam, but we're about to really get into it with egg roulette. In egg roulette, you need a carton of eggs, and you take your eggs, and some of them you're gonna hard boil. And you just boil them up so they're really solid. Some of them you leave raw, but you don't tell anyone which is which. You put them back in the fridge so they all cool down. And then what you have to do is you play a game where you ask a group of panelists to choose an egg one at a time at random, and then on 3 they smack the egg into their forehead. And some of them are hard-boiled, some of them are not. As people find a raw egg, they get eliminated from the game, and if they find hard-boiled ones, they get to stay in. You can play this with your youth group, but fix it. So you mark the eggs in some way so that you know which ones are hard-boiled, and crush them and cover their faces in egg. Next one's really simple. It's just called Onion Race. You need an onion, and you just give a bunch of people an onion, and you say, go. First person to eat the onion wins. I would say there's about a 50% chance of sick as a result of eating a whole onion. Not bad, you know, they might be, it kind of depends what other games they've played already, but they will feel rough for the rest of the night and probably won't have a good night's sleep. Fairly high chance of parental complaints on that one. Coming in at number 5, a little bit like Onion Race, but like so much more hardcore, is Are You Chili Today? And basically, players eat a live chili followed by a chili shot. And as they do eat a chili and take the chili shot, their mouth is just going to boil. If you want to be really harsh, give them a cup of water, which just spreads it around, makes the whole burning sensation even more intense. That is chili shots. Fantastic, fantastic game. But guaranteed upset stomach and a really high chance of parental complaints. Really, really high chance of parental complaints. Coming in at number 4, this game is called A Treat from Baby, and you will need some kind of chocolate spread stuff, and you will also need what we call a nappy, what Americans refer to as a diaper. And in this game, you very simply open up that nappy and you put some delicious chocolate spread all over it. And then you prepare sort of 3 of those, and then the contestants, when you say go, they have to get the chocolate spread inside it as clean as they possibly can. And so this isn't that gross for them. For the players, they're like, chocolate, delicious. But for everyone else, all you can see is all these people like licking brown stuff out of a baby's nappy, and their face is just smeared with like, you know, yeah, you know what I mean. At number 3, we have a game I call a socking development. And you will need cups or like, I often do this with like cans of fizzy drink. And you get everyone to take off a sock. If you want to be really nice to them, just get some clean socks. But I prefer them to do this through their own. And what they do is they put the sock over the top of the cup or the can. And then they have to drink through it. And if it's their socks, they will be gagging away. This thing will be rank, especially if you're at like a summer camp or something crazy like that. There is a version of this game where I get people to put their sock over, and then right before they start, they swap the cans and drink out of other people's socks. But I've been told that there's these things called health and safety laws. And I'm not allowed to do that to the children anymore. The second worst game I can think of now, and this is a little bit like a game called Chubby Bunnies. Chubby Bunnies is just a game where people have to put loads of marshmallows in their mouth and say, Chubby Bunnies. People think this is a really, like, you know, gross, messy game. I think it's tame. And so we came up with Dirty Bunnies. What you do is you actually get loads of things that they dip the marshmallows in. So like mustard or ketchup or just anything at all you can think of, like chili sauce, just really gross stuff for marshmallows. They dip them in, they put them in their mouths, and then they have to be able to say, keeping these disgusting marshmallows in their mouths, Dirty Bunnies. And they're all like, Dirty Bunnies! But as they're saying Dirty Bunnies, like this mustard and marshmallows spraying out of their mouths and it's hitting people in front of them. And everyone in the audience is like gagging, and the kids with this gross stuff in their mouth are gagging. I guarantee there's like an 80% chance of sick with Dirty Bunnies. And number 1, the grossest game that you can play, which will all but guarantee sick, is Mad Mix Smoothies. You take all the ingredients you've got from the whole rest of the game, you number each one, and then each player has to pick 3 numbers, 3 ingredients, and they don't know what they'll be. Then you chuck them in a blender with milk, you mix them up a smoothie, you put it down in front of them, and then you reveal what's in each of the smoothies. And it's the first player to chug their Mad Mix smoothie. Now they could do well. They could have like the chocolate sauce and like some banana and some yogurt or some pudding or something in there, and it might actually be delicious. But they could also end up with cheese puffs, chili sauce, onions, and milk. And they will be sick. So that's the grossest game I can think of. That's it. My top worst, or should it be best, gross games that we've played in youth group. Why not try some of those at home with your friends, with your family? Please do like this, share, and let me know in the comments below what your worst gross games experience has been.